Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Cave Show. We're happy to have you. We've missed you. It's been another week. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed my little my little serenade to you all earlier, inviting you to join the show. If you haven't, please check out my my Instagram and yeah.
I was slightly tapping my foot to that.
Yeah, you know, it was
Kinda.
It was pretty good. But without further ado, I'm gonna turn the show over to Ray and let's get it started. You ready, folks? I know I am. Here he is.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful, questionable, and not quite right Nerd Cave Show.
Questionable.
Questionable. Once again, we have another evening where I literally get things done right about 30 seconds before we go live. I'm good at that because I am.
You think
bad at
he's
planning.
joking, literally.
Tonight we have a guest in the house. I got a family member joining us. She wanted to come in and say hi, and I was just like, well, come on, come and hang out with us for a night, and we can drive you nuts, and you can run screaming after the show. It's great.
Anyone who's ever said they just want to come and sit on the couch knows good and well that Ray's going to put you on camera.
We're doing a little bit limited right now, but like I said, a family member's in town. It was just like, no, come down, because I'm helping out with one of her projects, and so it's just kind of that mutual, plus I get to see family, so which is always good. Everybody, welcome to the show. Lexi, my cousin, my name.
Hi, Lexi. How are you?
Hi.
I'm horrible at intros, ain't I?
Am I supposed to talk into this?
Yes, right into it. Just like that. You're fine.
All right. Well, hello.
That was good. I like that.
She decided to come in and join with us, and we did very little prep before, other than happy juice.
Because if it ain't happy juice, it ain't happy.
Oh, wow, that one hit a little hard. But so everybody, welcome. Glad to join us. I'm still trying to think of everything that's going on. I'm like really. Please apologize. I am like really frazzled right now. So anybody in chat, good evening, welcome. Glad you're here. Those of you guys listening on the podcast, good evening.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Like I said, everybody, you kind of know that if you're not watching the live show, you can watch us on YouTube after the fact, and you can also listen to us on. Well, actually, we're on Podbean and we're on Spotify. You can go to the nerdcaveshow.com and you can see all the past episodes there in audio format, or you can click on the link and it'll take you to pretty much all of the Nerd Cave shows past, which is. We just hit. We just looked at it. We passed 3 years in March.
Yeah, 3.
We hit the 3-year mark on doing this for.
You beautiful people have been tuning in and looking at our faces.
Yeah,
it's been
running away screaming.
Very flattering. Thank you.
So, I'm kind of brain farting right there, and I apologize. I'm
It's
literally
because I'm
flustered.
staring at you?
Well, it's just that, and it's.
Yeah.
I'm. It's been a crazy week. It really has been. It's been one of those weeks where I've been kind of going like a madman at the office, and then stuff afterwards. There's a lot of pre-show prep that I was planning on getting done days in advance, and as you guys know.
We all know how that works.
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't happen. So there was a lot of scrambling right before the show. I'm exceptionally happy. I'm very happy that my cousin was able to come and join us and hang out with us. She's actually raising the bar for us on looks and personality because, I'm...
Don't you love it when he
I
flatters
paid him
you
to
like
say
that?
$5.
So, yeah.
Wait, he got paid?
Really?
He didn't give you your cut?
I pay him in whiskey. I mean... He comes for the happy
can't
juice.
argue.
No,
I mean,
no. I mean, the only upset is I'm low on my beard yanking payments, and that's just because of the whole, COVID-19 story and stuff. So
well, we're just trying to be safe.
Yeah, we are. Amanda Duke's in the house. She says, "Made it, boy. I'm tired. Just got home from my run. Congrats.
Nice.
Good.
Exercise is always good for you.
Yeah, I heard you've been doing really good on your run. So congrats to you. I hope that's." Hope you're not like me, where you run for a short period of time and then you're out of breath and your ankles hurt, and then you spend the next few days, wallowing in guilt because you're not running anymore.
Or eating donuts.
I don't like.
Not that Ray eats donuts.
Honestly, I may have a donut like once a month. Donuts are not a big thing for me. Well,
Back when he used to work shows with us, he really didn't eat them that often.
yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I like
And
donuts, but it's just
like
not
a
like
dog
a big
treat
thing.
for hands. You throw them
really
a donut and get them
is.
to do what you want to do.
If you have a bunch of pissed off stagehands, throw out a box of donuts. They're happy again.
Krispy
Mildly.
Kreme
Short period of time.
doesn't really get you very far. It's got to be from a local mom and pop shop. Those are the
It
best.
really does. We have Foster's and Smith's. If you throw out a Krispy Kreme, it's.
That's a good way to not get invited back
That's like
to the venue.
Am I wrong to say that those are like the fast food of donuts?
They are, absolutely. You are
Am I
not
wrong on
wrong.
that?
That's
They're,
what
like,
they
pretty
are.
bad.
Not at all.
They're no, not good.
We had them here and it didn't last long, and I wasn't that impressed with it. It was just like the worst. Okay, here's the thing, and get me
Oh,
wrong.
you guys don't have that anymore?
We did for sure. I think they're still here, but they don't have like a big place. I've seen them around town in like convenience stores, gas stations, stuff like that. But I haven't. I don't know if we have. I think we do have a local place, but the one that was here for the longest time is long gone.
Yeah, the one that was here is now a vitamin shop.
Yeah, is it? Oh, that's right. It is.
That's irony right there.
Now tell me that. I know we're doing a wild tangent on donuts, but wild tangents are what we do here. Is it not wrong? The one thing that made me go, was seeing a conveyor belt of donuts. You ever gone into a Krispy Kreme?
Conveyor
It's
belts
just a
don't belong in
conveyor belt,
bakeries.
and it just done. And it's just like, wow, that's a machine of donuts. That's like
There's no love in that recipe. It's all out of a machine.
yeah, and they're all the same. They're like cookie cuttered, sent through a conveyor belt to do everything. And here's the one thing that's always upset me, and I know it's good for the environment, but hearing that there's no waste from a Krispy Kreme donut, it's all absorbed into the donut, has sickened me.
Wait, I don't get it. Seriously, I don't get
The
it.
donut, the way their oil, from what I understand, and I may be wrong on this, if you can question me on this or correct me on this, the way their oil and their dough is formulated, that a lot of the waste is absorbed into the donut, and they don't have to. Either that, they have some kind of filtering system, but for whatever reason, they don't have to. Now, I've been told this, and I may be wrong, but they don't have waste on their. They don't have waste oil like a regular donut shop or fast food restaurant, stuff like that has. You know how they have to dispose of their oil and they have to
Yeah.
environmental. So Krispy Kreme doesn't have to do that.
The weapon. I just hit myself in the face.
Oh no. We've all been there. We've all done it.
Yeah.
serious?
I've chipped teeth on microphones, so it's okay.
Kevin called it mildly flavored plastic and cardboard.
Ooh, yes.
The Krispy Kreme
I
donuts.
like that.
Yes. And Amanda's got a couple of things that she was saying. Thanks, guys. Oh, and if we get to it later, I'll tell you my first experience with Grounded.
Oh, she's been playing Grounded.
Okay,
I'm
the
getting
game.
that tomorrow because I get paid tomorrow. But yeah, I'm getting that, and I'm getting that for my. So we may make that a gaming night one night. I mean, it's going to be hard to pull me away from Fallout 76. I'm currently pretty well addicted to it, but badly. Badly. I'm not lying. Bad. It's bad. It's. I played. My kids were gone, and I was going to get some other stuff done. I was beat tired, so I sat down. I was like, I'll play for a few minutes, and then 4 hours later, I realized, oh, I'm still playing.
That's how I was with Pet Rescue.
Yeah?
I know people that play that or because that's a mobile game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know friends of mine that were that way with. I know somebody was that way with
Crush?
Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Insane, and they spent. I can't remember. I know they spent like hundreds. They were constantly, buying the little. I was like,
I didn't spend any money on it, but that was like 4 years ago. I was super bored.
yeah. Well, I mean that makes if you're bored, but I know people that would be late to work,
No way.
or they would
You
be
need a
like,
job where you can play at work. That's the point.
true.
Totally kidding.
Now, Amanda has something else.
What?
The music video that she was in is out. It's been released.
Oh,
It's
dude.
called Ghost, and it's by the artist Only Jamie. Is that how it's pronounced, Amanda? I hope so.
If you can post a link, post it. If not,
Yes,
send us the link
please.
in our production chat, and definitely want to post it. Go and post that in the Nerd Cave Dwellers.
Yes.
Definitely, I want to see that. I think everybody needs to see that. Yeah, definitely go post it there.
Go postal, Amanda. I mean, go post it. Not postal.
Go
Be
postal.
careful there.
I honestly, she is one person I believe that would go postal, but do it with a smile.
That's
think
the only way to do
Like
that.
a good,
though.
not like the creepy, I'm joining this for the wrong ways. I believe she'll go poster and have a pleasant smile.
I believe it would start out as a pleasant smile, but it would very, very soon turn into a very
Maniacal.
Sinister?
I'm enjoying myself. Maniacal,
yeah.
sinister, Harley Quinn type smile.
I can see it. I can see it. Oh, speaking about Harley Quinn, have you seen what is it? The Harley Quinn kind of cartoon show,
I have not.
the modern one.
I have not.
They put it on HBO. If anybody that has HBO Max, I get it because I have an AT&T phone and AT&T internet, so I have it on HBO Max, and it popped up. I've watched the first 3 episodes. Absolutely amazing. I love it. If you guys have not seen the new Harley Quinn show, you need to see it. It is everything. It's like, I don't want to ruin any of it, but anything you imagine of any of the characters, like Clayface, instead of Clayface being this big monster, Clayface is actually, he transforms into different people to be an actor, and kind of, he's just constantly, every time he morphs into a new character, he needs to know the backstory, and he dives into his role. It's hilarious.
He needs more motivation.
He does. He's like, "What's?" Harley tells him, "Go be a mailman and go knock on his door." He goes, "What's my motivation?" And it's just like,
You're a mailman.
you're a mailman. So he literally crafts this entire backstory, this whole 9 yards. It's hilarious. Joker is he kind of turns Joker into that, not so much a maniacal, but just that manipulative boyfriend kind of thing. Real hilarious. I thought it would, most of the stuff, it's like, it's not true to the comics. It's kind of its own thing, but
Which
it's so,
I appreciate.
it's really well done, and it's hilarious. Those of you guys who are not into the comics, I honestly believe most of you guys will enjoy it. It's an adult cartoon. They drop a lot of cuss words. It is definitely, it is an adult child's cartoon. I'm going to say that much.
I can
Perfect
see
for
now
you.
why he
Perfect
enjoys
for
it
me.
so much. Exactly.
Most definitely.
I was kind of skeptical. I was like in the beginning, first I saw it, and I was like, but it's so hilarious. Let's see.
Amanda said, yeah.
Amanda's. Oh yeah. Amanda goes. It's pretty good. Down to earth humor, not over the top. I love how nonchalant Poison Ivy is. She is. I forget the actress that's voicing her, but she does such an awesome job of just that. Why are you doing this? I do this on my own. But Frank the Plant. Okay, you guys got to watch it because I'm going to go into it too much. I think we need to move on to the actual stories because most of that was just stuff we didn't even plan. It's just kind of gabbing away.
Well, that's usually how it happens.
It's exactly the way we roll here.
Oh, and it's the artist's name is just Jamie.
Oh, that's right.
Only Jamie.
Is it just Jane?
Jamie.
Oh, is that the artist? The artist
that
of
does the
music
rap video, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Clarify. I'm like
Clarify.
talking about the voiceover for Poison Ivy,
Oh, I see where I caused you confusion.
and it's
yes.
easy to cause me confusion.
Well, that's why I'm here. You told me that's my job.
True.
I'm here for beard yanks and confusion.
Yeah, and we're low on the beer gagging. Huh?
Lake Bell.
Lake Bell, thank you. Lake Bell that voices, and I'm trying to remember who does. I'm horrible with names, people. Please understand. Who is that does Harley Quinn? She's actually does an excellent Harley Quinn voice. I thought it would, and actually, if you see her in real life, she's got that look of Harley Quinn. Like she looks more to me like Harley Quinn than the last actress that played her in
The Emancipation of Harley Quinn, or
yeah.
whatever. Birds of Prey.
I mean, she was great. I loved her, but I
Only
honestly
Jamie.
believe the voice actress is actually she's got a little bit more of a Harley Quinn because she's blonde but she's got that little bit of how do you call it? I want to say slightly raggedy, but not because Harley Quinn's got because what happened to her. She's always got that look. But anyway.
Okay, all right, hang on. I'm sorry. Give me just a second here. It seems that I'm trying to figure out if I'm getting confused here. Amanda, is the artist's name Jamie? Is that it?
Haley Cuoco.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
And I
just
could
looked it
her
up.
last because the last name starts with a C, right?
Yeah.
I could not pronounce that.
Cuoco.
I saw it and I
Something
was
like
just
that.
like, that's wrecking my tongue right now. I'm horrible with names. I really am.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
All right. Moving on. Those guys haven't known. I heard rumors of it. I didn't really catch much of it. This is the first time I actually heard of it. There's a new Battletoads coming out. And we haven't had a Battletoads games in years.
Yeah,
I am so excited for this. They announced that it's kind of a big Xbox thing, but there is a Battletoads coming out for Xbox and PC on the 20th of this month, August 20th. The art style, I think, is great. It's a little bit more different from to me, it sounds like it's going a little bit more cartoony than what it used to be, but I think it's well done. But then, you guys got to understand, the only time I ever played Battletoads was on the Super Nintendo, and that was, I think they were both on Super Nintendo. The original Battletoads and Double Dragon, the crossover that was absolutely awesome.
I never played that one. I'm sad.
Yeah, it's the game. From what the videos are showing. Now, if you guys don't know about Battletoads, oh geez, it was awesome because it changed the angles constantly where you're at. The bulk of the game was side scrolling, and it's kind of if you think along the lines of like Contra and stuff like that, you don't have any weapons. What you're doing is going around and punching things or kicking things. It's hilarious. But whenever you did, there was different. It was almost random what would pop up. You would hit the punch button or the attack button, and sometimes you would kick or sometimes you would punch.
Right.
But sometimes it was like if you went up and if you did a run kick or run attack, it would run and you would either do this massive upcut and your fist would get massively huge, or you would do a kick and your foot would get like bigger than you were. What was else? I think it was one attack where you swung like your fist turned into like a big sledgehammer. There were so many different attacks, and it was that real over the top cartoony kind of fight style, but it also had other puzzles in it. And I'm going to say this: the one thing that made a lot of controllers get destroyed was the bike. What is it, the electric bike? Or basically it was, you had these little floating bikes that you were getting through these mazes. And the problem was, the further you got down this puzzle, the faster it would go, and the more jumps or lowers or up and downs and other crazy things you had to do to get through the puzzle. That was, and to this day, you talk to anybody that played Battletoads, that's the hardest thing. There is one kid, I hate this kid, or there's a guy that can get through it blindfolded. I hate him. Because I am lucky if I can ever get through the game seeing what I'm doing. This guy can do it without watching the screen. I don't like him. He's inhuman. He's a demon. I'm serious. If you've never played the game, that is the most frustrating. It's awesome. I loved it. But it was frustrating because it was just like, do.
The jet ski part.
Jet ski. Thank you, jet ski. It's been a frustrating week, people. Function, not brain. Function, not brain. I need a drink. But
he's having happy juice moments.
If you look at the art style, it looks amazing.
It really does. It looks gret.
But it's going to be out on Xbox. I'm assuming it's going to be Xbox. They're going to make it.
Oh, there they are, right there. That's
there's the. And it's straightforward too. So I'm thinking that I'm hoping that would be a little bit easier because the old one used to be side scroller. So you had to see it coming like this, and it wasn't widescreen where you can see. No, it was 4:3. It was a square screen. So you hated life going through that part of the game.
Right.
The other part, you can take your time. The map is moving on its own. You keep up or you do, and die. And start over. And scream and cry and throw the controller and then...
Get in trouble,
ask for a new controller, and then as soon as you get a new controller, rinse, repeat. Yeah, but it's coming out. They actually touted it in E3 2018. They showed a video in E3 2019. They posted the video. We do have a link. If you look down in the description below, there's a link to the YouTube video. Go check it out. It looks awesome. August 20th this year. It's going to be out on Xbox, and it's going to be out on Xbox Live for PC. And I believe it's going to be, if you're subscribed to the Xbox service on PC, it's going to be part of that. So you'll be able to get that during part of the service. I say it's well worth it. I still want to buy it. I'm anxious. I'm hoping it'll come out on Steam. Sorry, I have to buy things on Steam. It's just kind of a thing I do.
What's Steam?
Steam was the original game service for computers, where you had Xbox that was specifically for Xbox, PlayStation Store for the PlayStation. Well, actually, not even originally. Steam was a service. Valve made a project called Steam and put their games on it, and then allowed other companies, which really spawned off a lot of independent people to, that can't get these large companies to publish them. Well, they can easily put their titles for $5-6 on Steam, and people can see them and download them and play them in that way. And it's currently the biggest platform for PC. I can't remember how many titles are on it, but it's basically the nice thing about it is if you buy a game, it's attached to your account. You can never lose it. So all the games that I put on it when the Steam came out are still in my account, and I can download them at any time.
So that's kind of like Google Play in a way? Like, you know how like when you go into the Play Store,
Yes.
it's for Android,
Yes.
it's like a service, and then people sell them their apps, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's except for it's PC games. And it was actually one of the first ones they did a long time ago, and then they branched out and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. It's the most popular, but there's other ones that are competitives. You got the Epic Game Store, the Ubisoft, whatever it's called.
The what?
Ubisoft's got one. The Epic Game Store is what has Fortnite.
Okay.
And they have they get a lot of other exclusives.
You missed that one, Gary.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing. Silly.
So yeah, the original Battletoads came out in 1991. We're finally getting an update. If anybody, I'm going to tell you this: anybody that has a chance, even if you play on emulator, I wonder does anybody know if they ever re-released it on like the Nintendo Switch, the Battletoads games? I'm curious if they did.
Kevin, Amanda, either of you out there? I figure if anyone would know, one of you might.
Yeah, anybody knows, let me know. But yeah, they it's made by Rare Ltd. or Rare is the company that makes it. They make a lot of other good
Rare.
games,
Mm-hmm.
but they've always done the Battletoads, and the Battletoads have been great games. But the Battletoads and Double Dragon crossover game was really good. That was actually my favorite one over the two, but the first, it's like a real close, favorite second. I mean, there's a real fine line between the two.
Nice.
All right, so
yeah, to answer your question though, I'm looking at the notes here. Yes, the jet ski, as they put it, the grueling jet ski segments are back from a different perspective. So yeah, it looks like they are straight on instead of the side scroller.
Yeah, you guys have a chance. I think they made some games for other platforms, but the most infamous is the first Battletoads. Those jet skis were grueling, brutal, but they were awesome. All right, I think it's time. Are we ready to do Cave Jam?
Sure, let's do the Cave Jam.
Cave Jam time. You may like this one. She kind of scared her for a second. So yeah, this was submitted to us from Ellen. Thank you, Ellen.
Ellen, thank you.
And they actually come in 3 different ones, but this is the one she told us, hey, this is a Cave Jam, you guys need to do it. This is the Star Wars Being Chewie throw blanket with sleeves. It's basically a Snuggie.
I need this thing.
But you're Chewbacca.
Oh my god, I want one for real.
Yeah, they're only like what is it,
serious.
$25?
I have always wanted to be Chewbacca for Halloween, and it just has not happened yet. And one of my best friends, she's like 5 foot. She was gonna be Yoda, but then she bailed on me.
Oh, rude!
Because her boyfriend wanted her to be something sexy, and I just wanted to be Chewie.
That's rude.
I know. I was really bummed.
All I'm gonna say is, sexy Yoda could work.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Well, I mean, Baby Yoda's worked, so.
I know. It's so.
So we honestly haven't seen Yaddle in any provocative stuff. So I mean, we really can't judge. Can't judge. You know who Yaddle is? Have you ever watched Star Wars episode? Was it 3 or 1, 2? Any of the scenes inside the Jedi Council, you'll see there's 2 of Yoda's races there.
Oh, okay.
Yoda and the female is Yaddle.
Oh,
We don't know much
okay.
more than that. George Lucas has always kept a tight lid on the Yoda species.
Gotcha.
And he wouldn't. He actually permitted anybody from writing about them or creating any backstory on them. He did not want anybody to. He wanted to keep them a mystery. So this whole Baby Yoda thing is kind of a, holy crap, somebody's actually diving into it.
I have a Baby Yoda. I have 2.
Amanda.
I'm serious. I have
see.
one, and Travis has one of the little dolls.
I got my daughter.
That is so cute.
Yes.
see
the
it.
same
I
one.
see it.
It's the same one?
The
Yeah.
sexy
Those
Yoda.
things are
And
awesome.
he has a Yoda shirt. I have a Yoda shirt. We love Yoda. And he has a Yoda hanging from the car window. Like people have dice. He has Baby Yoda hanging from it. It's awesome.
Rock on. Well, this is, like I said, this is the Being Chewie. Now, they've got 3 different versions here. This is the Being Chewie, and this is the one Ellen sent us, so I told her I'd put this one.
Had
But
to
there
be
is-
this one. Come on.
Yeah, but there's also, and honestly, I'm not going to lie, I bought this for my daughter, the Darth Vader one. So there's a Darth Vader one. I don't have the pictures up, but if you guys click the link, did you post the link?
I will get to it.
Didn't post
It looks
the link.
like just a black blanket.
That's showing. That's just showing an up close of the shot of it. There's sides of it
gotcha.
that are kind of mostly black.
okay.
Probably the back of it's black, just the front of it. But it's a throw blanket with sleeves. It's a freaking comfy little.
It's super like cold in Arkansas in the wintertime, so I'm seriously ordering one of those.
$25. I'll let you know how this one comes out because, like I said, I ordered my daughter the what is it? I didn't get her the youth one. I got her the big one. That way she can keep
Grow
it. 'Cause
into
She's
it. She can
grow
growing
into
pretty
it.
good. It's probably going to be a little too big for her, but I don't
Yeah.
care. But I got her the Darth Vader one.
Cool.
Because she was always saying she's going to be Sith, so I got to get her at least get her the bed snuggie
That's really cool.
to be on the right side of the Force. I mean, come on now.
Ah.
When she finally goes Sith, I think she's going to overthrow whatever Emperor is
Oh,
throned at
definitely.
that
That's definitely
moment.
happening.
That's going to be it.
But yeah, so this is the soft throw blanket. It's what is it? The adult one is 48 inches by 71 inches. Full opening in the back for all those want easy access. I mean, staying warm. And let's see, machine washable.
Like we need to stay warm in Bakersfield. Come on now.
True. Well, we get some winters that are it gets that nice, comfortable, snuggy weather. We do get to the winter.
I don't know what winters you've been feeling in Bakersfield, but the ones I felt are like, yeah, you could wear a windbreaker if you want to, but
Well, here's the thing, though. What I like about the wintertime is I don't turn on the. I like it because we don't have to turn the heater on. Then again, I like my computer loves the cold, so I keep the house cold during the wintertime. I'm like, no, put some clothes on. The computer needs to be happy here. I've got it overclocked a bit.
see, your computer and I are very much alike. That's all I'm saying.
Me too. I didn't know that though. So computers need to stay cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, plus my big monster of a computer. So,
Oh.
but then I got this one over here. Now you guys can't see it's off camera, but I've got my. Those of you guys seeing, I'm going to be doing an update video here
I
soon.
see it.
Yeah. Yeah, this over here is my next project.
Holy crap.
That's
That's-
going to be a huge computer.
That dual, you guys have seen the
So
video.
cool
You see it on
looking.
YouTube. It's the
See-through.
liquor server is what I'm calling it. I'm going to be doing an update video here shortly because I've ordered a bunch of stuff. But to show my cousin, that dual Xeon motherboard is going inside that liquor cabinet,
Holy cow.
including with the huge radiator that's in there, liquid cooling. I've got 4 hard drives. I've got 8 hard drives. I'm going to be roughly about 12 terabytes of data storage. All in RAID. What else? Full-on Intel RAID card. The liquid cooling. I've got a 750 watt to power it all. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff. I got the power button. I got a whole bunch of other stuff. I got to start working on it, but I've been ordering parts. Right now, my current project is we're trying to figure out how to get 1/4-inch G-thread fittings onto whiskey bottles, because I'm going to use a whiskey bottle as a reservoir.
My project is to eventually understand what you just said about all of that stuff.
Welcome to the club.
I'm good at confusing people.
Surely.
Amanda says the winter's where she's at. There's always a chance of snow, and she's just up the way from us. That's very true. And if you're not careful, I'm going to take that as an invitation to come spend winter with you.
Oh, there you go.
Not kidding.
All right, so moving
I'll
on. Like I
sleep
said,
outside. I don't care.
When I get the next one, because it should be in this week, when I get it, I'll bring it on the show next week. I did order one. Like I said, I got one for my daughter. It's got the Darth Vader one. I'll bring it in. I'll show you guys next week if my daughter doesn't claim it before then, because I may not have it for very long. If I'm afraid anything, Star Wars, Sith, she'll snuff out like truffles. She's good at that. She really, really is.
I can imagine.
She can sense the dark side of the Force.
Is it Sith? It is mine.
She's more of a Star Wars encyclopedia than I am. Oh,
I
no,
believe
she
this.
is. She is.
Freaking awesome.
She is. She schools me on this stuff, and I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
That's how you know you raised her correctly.
Exactly. All right, I think we're done with the cave gentleman. I just walked my leg off.
Good job.
Give me a second.
Train wreck.
I'm knocking things over. I'm good at that. All right, getting on to it. For a lot of people have been curious about this. We've gotten several updates this week on the PS5.
PS5 updates, information.
So the first thing we're going to get into, and that is the compatibility. PlayStation or Sony released this week about the compatibility of you'll be able to use the PS4 controller with the PS5 with limitations. And I kind of want to go in that.
There's a bunch of people out there going, "Aw."
Well, I mean, basically, what they've said is, like, they want to go into. They made a blog post. We got the link down there. There's a lot here to digest. The main thing is there's the PS4 controller is going to be compatible, and you'll be able to use it on the PS5 for PS4 games. You will not be able to use the PS4 controller with PS5. And what they're saying is that because of the way the DualShock is set up in the PS4 controllers and how they've changed it in the PS5, there's no way for developers to develop for either both of them, or if they write for the PS5, it won't function with the PS4. The DualShock and some other functions. So they pretty much said that PS4 controllers will work with the PS5, but the PS4 controllers are only for PS4 games. Now they said licensed, and then what they're talking about, and this is another thing I'm curious about, they said licensed controllers and licensed peripherals. So there's maybe a bunch of non-licensed, and I really didn't get a list together of those, but there may be non-licensed PS4 controllers that currently work with the PS4 that will not function with the PS5. They really didn't go much into that, and I kind of understand why, because there's going to be some people that are going to be upset that, hey, you guys said it, and they're like, well, that's not licensed. I got a feeling they're going to be kind of doing that kind of stinginess.
That would be, it would suck a little bit for a lot of people that have those unlicensed, aftermarket things. But I can see why they're doing it.
They can kind of see it. So one of the other things they also wanted to talk about, they said that specialty peripherals such as the licensed racing wheels, the arcade sticks, flight sticks will work with PS5 games and supported PS4 games. So if you've got the specialty stuff, race wheels, arcade sticks, stuff like that, those will continue. Those are going to work with the PS5. The PS4 controller is not.
Not so much.
Not so much. But then again, I know some of the arcade sticks don't come with any of the DualShock, the force feedback, the feedback sensors in them that I know of. I don't know if anybody knows of any arcade sticks that come with, because I couldn't find any. I don't think any of the arcade sticks, especially the really nice tabletop ones, those don't come with any force feedback, but most people who are playing fighting games don't want that anyway. The Platinum and Gold wireless headsets, as well as third-party headsets that connect via USB port or audio jack, will work on the PS5. The Headset Companion app is not compatible with the PS5.
Oh, okay.
So be careful if you've got the controller app. That's going to be one of those things. Let's see here. Duke may be able to save some money if you can't afford another PS5 controller. From what I understand, they're going to have the controllers are going to be about the same price. If not, I think there may be a little bit more. Maybe like I'm going to say $50 to $70, $50 to $80. Who knows? Somewhere on that lines.
Probably. They're about $55 right now, something like that. The PS4 ones, anyway.
Yeah, the DualShock 4 wireless controller and PlayStation officially licensed third-party gamepad controllers will work with supported PS4 games. They didn't go into much details about that. I'm assuming if a game can be ported over to the PS5, then it's supported, I'm assuming. But I got a feeling it's mostly going to be left up to the developers. Both the PS Move motion controllers and the PlayStation VR aim controller will work on PS5. We recommend checking with the manufacturer to confirm whether the product will work on PS5 and specific titles. So they said that, and here's where they mentioned about the DualShock 4 with PS5 games. No, we believe that PS5 games should take advantage of the new capabilities and features we're bringing to the platform, including features of DualSense wireless controller. And that's where they're going into, with the new DualSense, they're adding into the PS5 controller. Yeah, so I don't know if that's kind of a marketing thing or if there's really just the programming side of things for the new DualSense, if it's a whole different ball game than the old one. And I don't know if they should leave that up to the developers to decide. Because honestly, if you look at the controllers, and this is where I'm kind of hard at it, kind of confused at it, if you look at the controllers, the button layout's exactly the same. All they did was change the shape slightly in the design. Other than that, the controllers, the button layout is the same. The control is the same. Why can't they? Other than I can understand they want to sell more of the new controllers. Let's see here. Amanda goes, I guess most of these compatibility issues are expected for a brand new console. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to
up front.
Yeah, they're going to push the, hey, we want you to buy the new stuff. Because there are a lot of new tech in the new controllers, and I can kind of understand it. From what I understand, better battery life. The new DualShock is going to have a little bit more force feedback. They've revamped the system overall. So I can kind of see it. I think the force feedback on this was just a spinning motor that can spin at variable speeds, whereas the newer one, if I remember correctly, they're using, what do you call those, stepper motors, which can really give a little bit more control, and they're running dual controls. I think it's dual stepper motors on either side. I may be wrong on that. I could have swore I saw that. Is the PlayStation camera, or the PlayStation camera with the PS4? Yes, the PlayStation camera will work with the PS5 for playing supported PSVR games. It will require a PlayStation camera adapter that will be provided at no additional cost to PSVR users. More details are coming soon. You're going to have to find out about the adapter they're going to have, but you will be able to use that stuff. So that's one thing I'm happy they're going to do is the PlayStation VR people aren't going to be left out, because that's a bit of an investment.
Yeah, it is.
The fact that they're allowing that to come over to the PS5. Now, here's the thing. I haven't seen them tout anything about a new VR setup. Are they just going to keep running the same old VR setup?
That's a good question.
I'm hoping they don't.
The fact that they're not talking about it tells me that who knows? It's all kind of up in the air. It could very well be that they're not talking about it because they're planning on a big reveal. Who knows?
Well, that, and I think with everything going on, they're mostly focused on getting the manufacturing and everything for the PS5.
That could be
maybe
too, yeah.
Next year, maybe next Christmas, that's what's going to be the big thing. Is like,
we're
going to have the PS5 out for a while, and then bam, here's a higher resolution VR headset,
better refresh rate,
more better motion trackers, new motion controller, the whole nine yards. I'm pretty sure they're working on something. They're just. I have a sinking suspicion that the bulk of it, and this is completely me assuming here, I've got nothing to back up my claim on this, but I honestly believe that the bulk of it is with the current crisis and the current way things are, and with the delays in manufacturing. I'm pretty sure they were working on it, but it's something like, let's put it on hold for a year. Let's focus on getting the consoles out on time. Let's get those on people's hands. Let's make it so where they can use the old VR setup, and then we'll come out with a new model next year.
Could
because
very
I
well
honestly
be,
think
yeah.
I really do think they need a newer VR headset, something a little bit higher resolution screen that to really take advantage of the new console. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, Amanda says, I hope they're in the works of making a streamlined VR system, and hopefully it'll be affordable, but maybe not for a while. Yeah.
The problem with here's the problem. They're never going to be truly affordable, and the main reason is that screen.
Oh, yeah.
The screen itself, like the rest of the plastics and all the electronics around it, those are moderate. It's the actual panel that's that is some of the bulk of the cost of the VR headsets. And the reason being is, one, to prevent eye strain and from tearing up your eyes, it has to have a high refresh rate.
Mm-hmm.
That's costly. It also has to have a very high resolution.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being is, like, if you ever want to go look at like a low resolution and something that'll bug you, is the Oculus Go. And that's, to me, is the bottom end. And you can actually see the little pixels, because once you get a low resolution monitor up close to your eyes, you can see the gaps. You just start to see the gaps in between the pixels, and it's a little disorienting. I mean, after a while, you can kind of not see it, and they'll, like, on the Oculus Go, they try to use Fresnel lenses to kind of mask some of it. But to get very, very good VR headset and feel and the best immersion, you have to have a very high resolution with decent light output with very high resolution. Refresh rate, the whole 9 yards.
Right,
You got to
yeah.
have all of that in conjunction, and that stuff's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
If you really want to see it, go look at the price difference between a standard 60 hertz monitor and the next bump up to 144 hertz or 240 hertz. You're getting up to those monitors alone because of the panel itself.
Yep.
And then you got to have the hardware. The hardware behind it gets a little bit more expensive, but not that bad. It's the panel itself.
Mm-hmm.
That LCD panel, having it run at those high refresh rates and be reliable, they're costly.
Yeah.
So I know people want affordability, but I think I'm going to say this. Sony has done a very, very good job of having good quality to affordability. I'm going to say that much. I'm kind of be on their defense a little bit. And we're still a few years away from having high resolution, high refresh rate at affordable, what people consider to be affordable prices. We're getting there. But for like VR headsets and stuff like that, we're still a ways off. And honestly, I'd rather them do it right than slap something together that's cheap. Because like I said, I've got an Oculus Go and I really don't care to use it very often. And anybody wants to come and see what I'm talking about, I'll gladly come over. I'll show you. Hit me up.
Ooh,
I'll show
yay.
you my Oculus Go.
Dude, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out what VR meant.
Virtual reality.
Yeah, but like you weren't saying your head yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
VR, and
I
put two and two.
apologize.
I was like, wait, he means for
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget that it's a.
Not everybody is tech-minded, Ray. Some of us are a little
Well,
more...
I'm so
Hey,
much better. I mean, I know you're my cousin and stuff, but when I watch a show, I have to like. Slowly.
Ask a question. Honestly, here's
That's why I
my
ask you
thought.
questions.
Yeah, no, please do, because I'm the mind. Ask questions, because it's better to ask and learn than to assume wrong.
Yeah, but then I kind of feel dumb. I'm like sitting here and I'm like, I don't understand what he's talking
No.
about.
Anytime, it is never dumb to want to learn.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't hold back. But
Exactly.
viewers might be like, what the heck? Especially Travis.
Let's see here. Menadu goes, I hope they're in the word. Okay, that's
yeah,
the same
yeah,
one.
that
the
one,
same
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
So, and like I said, that's also why. Okay, if you really want to look at it, look at the price. Like the PlayStation VR headset. That's what, like $200? Is it $300?
Almost 200?
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. That's cheap.
Yeah. Oh, that's
cheap. You want to go see how much a computer-based VR setup with $1,000.
What were the something like when we were
The Oculus, like you have the Rift, you have. It's been so while. I stopped looking at them because they were $1,000. It's like I want one badly, but I just can't.
right? Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself. That's why I got the Oculus Go, because that was like $400 when I got it.
yeah.
And plus, it was a standalone unit. I mean, there's been times where I took it to the bowling alley and my kids were playing on it. It was kind of cool. And then they got bored with it. But maybe bring it back out again. But it's a really cool little social kind of thing. There's like you can go and just do chat rooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here's the major downside to the. I'm doing a little side tangent. Where they cut costs on the Oculus Go was they embedded the microphone into here, and it's actually in close proximity to the speakers. So the problem with the Oculus Go, or the Oculus Go is you have a good time. A lot of times you'll feedback.
Oh, that makes total sense.
The only way you can do those social apps, like if you go into the chat rooms and stuff, you have to wear headphones.
Oh,
because it shuts off the speakers on the outside and puts the speakers in your ears, and then it picks up your mic. But you can't. What I would love to have, honestly, and I think this would have been so much better because the microphone sucks too, is if they had the 4-pin connector where you can plug in, say, like a iPhone earbuds or a standard smartphone earbuds, and be able to use the microphone on that. Or someone like me would be a complete tech, and I'd literally solder my own cable and have have it go through my mixer with my wireless mic and the whole 9 yards, and just because I could. Yeah, I could. Look at my.
You did. Oh.
Look at my mess.
I know, but I expect nothing less than that. For real.
And everybody wants to know. It's like literally, it's like, okay, I've got someone coming over, and I literally like almost doubled my setup because, and it's something I've been working like. There's so much stuff that I've been working on behind the scenes on this video setup, and it's just like it's
stuff
so much
that
more
I
elaborate.
didn't even know about. Last I heard, the things that are happening now were nowhere near ready to happen.
Well, the problem is I get an idea and I say I can't do it, but I can't let it go.
Right.
And it's just like I'm so done. Like the current progress is I want to have people Skype in, maybe not do video, but at least audio.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, but I'm missing a few little key pieces of the puzzle. I know exactly what pieces I need to get, but it's like I'm working towards it.
Yeah.
And this was something that I was able to. I actually kind of put together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
now Amanda said something here, kind of goes back to Alexia there when you were talking about asking questions, and maybe sometimes you kind of feel, like you said, you feel dumb. I get that. I've been there having to ask Ray, like, okay, how do I do this? I see it on his face. I've gone over this with you 5 times. Why am I doing it again? Mm-hmm. But like Amanda said, I'm sorry, everyone here is nerdy about a lot of different things, whether it be tech, game, or fandom-related stuff. Everyone's welcome with their inputs. So, and questions are always great.
Yeah.
One thing I always appreciate about Ray is that he's always good about answering questions.
And he will never make you feel dumb. Like, you guys just saw how encouraging he was with
me. Yeah.
And never, ever does he look at me like, you're a dingling.
Well, he does me, but I'm special.
You get frustrated?
I get frustrated, but that's also, if anybody knows my job, it's like I'm constantly 24/7. I'm a technician. But doing this stuff, the whole point is like I honestly, in this day and age, there's no reason people. I get it. I'm always happy when people want to learn and when people want to ask questions. Mm-hmm. Nobody's ever happy having to fix something that somebody broke because they didn't want to, at least research or understand more before they jumped in. Because I'm one of those people. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
I Google things.
I'm one of those people that's just like, the first thing I do is like I have to let me Google search this, or let me use one of the other search engines and see what information I can find on it. Plain and simple. We need to go back. Now we got the side tangent. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay,
What question? Go ahead.
Yep.
Question, comment, / just observation. Okay, so earlier you had said you were talking about like a response to like a fighting game thing. You were talking about the paddles.
Oh, the game. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
stuff. And you were saying that unless it's a fighting game, those are the only games I like. I just want to tell you. Those are what I play.
Okay.
Oh no.
I like fighting
Okay,
games,
okay.
so,
They're called arcade sticks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they get the name because literally they're made from the large. But when you went to the arcade,
Yeah.
and they had the big joystick and the big buttons. Okay, you can buy those for the home, for your PlayStation and stuff like that. They're expensive. They can be anywhere from $100 to $500. I know
I played on the Nintendo thing.
They make them
back
for
in
every
the day.
console.
Like
Yeah.
I played, I love Street Fighter. I'm really good at that game.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2, that's my jam.
Any competition player, and most people that are dedicated players, will buy arcade sticks for their console at home. And you can do that way, because here's the reason why. You know how you have to do the uppercuts, the round out, and you can't really do that with the D-pad very well.
I just hit the buttons as fast as possible, and I'm really good.
The mash button, that's a good tactic. That's I had that perfected for a long time.
Okay.
Until I ran into a few friends of mine that actually competed, and I found out real quickly that tactic only works for the 3.4 seconds, and then I was
no, it works for when you're playing just
paced.
People that don't like play a lot, you know. But are they making anything like new for that? Because we were actually thinking about getting a system at the house.
If you
and
want,
you said they're coming out with PlayStation 5.
Yeah, the PlayStation 5 is coming out this year.
And
both
so
both Microsoft
games?
Huh?
Will they have like Street Fighter and stuff like that?
From what I need to look, I believe there is going to be a few fighting games. No, there is going to be a few. They've already announced a couple of PS5 exclusives. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but a lot of the PlayStation 4 games are going to be compatible with the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you said, okay, I was listening.
And those people that enjoy playing, I know a lot of people, they are diehard joystick players. For doesn't matter what consoles, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, you name it. They have their standard controllers for playing side scrollers and stuff like that, but they also will invest, and I call it investing because a lot of people do. They'll invest in a real nice joystick, and it'll sit in your lap or sit on the table, and you got the big joystick. It's like playing in the arcade.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you got what's great is like you're sitting at home with a 50-inch screen TV, big like what I do here.
65, baby.
Yeah, and bigger, better, and you got your big TV, your big sound system, and your arcade stick on the either coffee table or in your lap, and you're just rocking out. That's definitely. And here's the thing: Sony themselves and Microsoft, both makers of the consoles, never make joysticks controllers. Because they always leave that for aftermarket companies. Oh, okay. Because here's the thing, Microsoft and their focus is on a good, solid controller with force feedback. The joysticks are more specialty, and they leave those for third-party companies. 8Bito is a good company that makes a lot of aftermarket controllers. They make I think they make an arcade stick, but there's other companies that have been, for years, third parties that have worked with all the console manufacturers, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, to make aftermarket controllers for those consoles. And what's nice is a lot of the newer ones are wireless. So you have a big arcade stick that's either battery operated or
really
it's powered.
Cool. Yeah.
And they're still wireless.
Ray likes playing with big arcade sticks.
I like my big stick.
I got Travis the old school Atari for Christmas, just
Which one?
For fun.
2600 or?
I believe so.
Okay.
And it's fun. It's just like the old games, though. That one that comes with all of them. I don't know if it's the 2600. I don't remember stuff like that. But it's just that one. It was like $40.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the little minis.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And
yes.
So there is a little joystick, and like they have all the games like Frogger, and bowling, and just old school.
Yeah. See, actually, that's what I built this for. This has all my retro games on it.
Yeah. So
retro
we have that, but that's.
And the main reason I did this is because it has HDMI out and goes right into my TV, and then I got like 8,000 or 9,000 games on this. But
wait,
yeah,
what?
those. Yes.
Wait, did you just say you have 8,000 or 9,000 games on that?
Yeah, I have every Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
He's not lying.
Dude, that just looks like.
It's called a Raspberry Pi, and this is a Raspberry Pi 3B, and runs an Raspbian derivative called RetroPie. Huh?
I said it's called I really love to play games.
Honestly, my son loves this more than anybody.
Really?
Because that's what this controller, my son, the PlayStation 3 controller, the original DualShock 2, these are compatible with the. I can make him work with this. So he had this controller, and he was playing like Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Here's the thing, though. You go through a menu, and I don't have to worry about him scratching discs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like DVDs and stuff like that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because he's a young kid. It happens. They like fumble things around.
Course.
But that's also why I have a PS4 is because then we don't have to worry about him fumbling the discs.
Nice.
He just I just purchased the games, downloaded it to it, and call it good.
Yeah.
One other thing we get into real quick before we deviate slightly more. The Sony released today. For those of you guys who are curious, Sony released today an updated screenshot of the new PS5 controller. And what a lot of people are, go ahead and put the picture up. What a lot of people are concerned was, is there going to be back buttons? There is none. There is 2 little dots. It's got the standard, but like I said, it looks very similar to this. But there's no, a lot of people were worried, thinking there were going to be back buttons down here, similar to the Steam controller.
Yeah.
Where you had the 2 toggles down here, you had the buttons up here, and then you had 2 down here. There was some tech on, or either a patent that went out, and they were discussing it. That is not happening with the controller. You do see 2 little holes in the bottom, and I know one of them, from what it looks like, is the microphone, which it looks like they kind of embedded on the bottom. The other one, which is I'm assuming is the reset button, like they have on the old PS4 controllers, is the resets right here, and resets right here, and then I think they just put it further down right here on the new controllers. So as we can tell, as an update, and it confirmed all the rumors, there is no buttons on the bottom of the controller. All we're getting is left 1, left 2, right 1, right 2, and that's it. You get your shoulder buttons, no bottom buttons. So we got an update on that. Sony has shut that down. And here's the weird thing. It's like, we used to have this nice, thin, and then, we gained a little bit of muscle, and then now the PlayStation 5 controller looks like me after going to the fast foods a little too much.
I figured that was a better graphic for what you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, I got the PS4, but look at this. It's like, this one looks like real thin, real slender, real. This one's kind of. It's a little bit. I say this looks more muscly. Yeah, this one got a little bit more muscly, and then the PS5 controller looks like, you know what? I'm just not going to the gym anymore.
Amanda says, "Wait, no triggers. It's going to throw me for a loop."
The PS5 controller looks like it got married.
It looks like
that's a good one.
It stopped trying.
It just we're married now.
Screw it.
Yeah, we're married now, and I'm going to the drive-thru.
I'm eating steak.
Yeah, Amanda. Yeah, they've always showed that, because like when originally they showed the picture of the 2 bottom triggers and the 2 shoulder buttons. So you had the triggers and the shoulder buttons here. But people were believing there was going to be buttons down here, much like the Steam controller. There is not.
All right.
And that is the one that was, and they posted that today. That is completely.
It looks like a stormtrooper.
Honestly, if you would, I can show you some of the memes. Some people did those pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a common meme. Was like, it looks like a stormtrooper. It looks like a helmet.
Yep.
It looks like we don't have any of them, but it looks like the controller's wearing a tank top.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Those were great.
Yeah.
I like that one.
It's getting chunky.
It's getting chunky.
PS5. Well, here's the thing, though. The controller's getting chunky, and the console itself looks like a sharp blade. It looks like a Wi-Fi router.
Oh, so totally different than like PlayStation 2?
It's more designed to stand upright.
Oh, wow.
It's like this with an inside. I'll show you pictures afterwards. Like, it's coming with 2 models. One model comes with no CD-ROM on it. The other one does.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's $100 difference between the 2, which doesn't make any sense, because even your most expensive ROMs are only like $30. Yeah, maybe $50 for a ROM. So who knows? But that one's the all digital version, and that's honestly the only reason I would get the disc version, which is why, is because it's a Blu-ray, and it's actually the PlayStation.
Oh, so then you can play movies?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And here's cool. Anybody. If anybody wants to know a justification of why you should get the ROM version, hands down, everybody in the AV industry knows that everything pretty much compares to the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is among, not the best, but it is among the best of the Blu-ray players.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
For one main reason. Most Blu-ray players that are standard it's just standard.
Yeah.
Like VCRs, Blu-ray players, they're only gonna send software updates every 3 years, and then you have to buy a new model.
Oh,
PlayStation
no way.
is always updating. Here's the thing: I can't remember what version, but they are constantly updating the Blu-ray encryption keys.
For real?
That's to keep prevent copyright
keep
copy
it-
protection.
keep it-
Joe that.
On the
I
edge.
So-
always
well-
get smarter after I speak to you.
Well, and here's the thing. Sony is constantly updating the PlayStation. So you never have to, if you buy a PlayStation, well, the PlayStation 4 is only going to go for so long, maybe a couple of other years, and then they're going to be releasing updates anymore.
Yeah.
But the PlayStation 5, if you buy that, the entire time that that is out in an active system, they're always going to get updated. You're not going to have to worry about it not playing Blu-ray discs unless the ROM itself is going bad.
Okay.
They basically, the experience behind the PlayStation is their most important part, and yeah, it's got, because it's a gaming system, it has some of the best audio processing. It's got some of the best audio output. It all goes through HDMI. It's their experience.
good.
Like I said, the new PlayStation is a 7.1, the whole 9 yards. So if you buy a PlayStation 5, you're also getting the best Blu-ray player,
That's awesome.
or among the best. The only thing that gets you better than that are thousands of dollars professional with balanced XLR output. And even those, it's like, who wants to spend a broadcast company would do it because they want something of that caliber. But
A household movie watching experience.
to me, anybody that asks me about a Blu-ray player, I'm like, do you play games? Go get a PlayStation 5. Honestly, that was the selling point between, I was either looking at getting an Xbox 360 or getting a PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4, the reason why it sold me was Blu-ray player.
Yeah, that's a good. That's how now you're speaking my language. I like to multi.
Yeah, exactly. And I have one unit. It'll play Blu-ray, DVDs, Blu-rays, and your games. It also has Netflix and everything else. It is like you can have.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah,
See,
they
I'm
have.
just so lost.
Yeah, it has apps for all the major streaming services.
Oh, that's amazing.
Except for HBO
Okay.
Max, which HBO Max, they're still, I guess they're wanting too much money and nobody wants to negotiate with them. AT&T, give it up. Come on. Stop. Quit being pricks.
So earlier you said that if you have an AT&T phone, you can get that. You get that for free automatically because I have that and I didn't know that.
No. If you get, I have AT&T home internet. I have AT&T home fiber, and I have AT&T cell service bundled. So HBO Max was given to me part of the service. So if
okay,
you
I
have
see.
home internet, you get it.
I have the home internet, but I have DirecTV in Arkansas.
Find out, call them and see if you have do you have it bundled on the same account? Call them.
I will.
They may, or just go online and check the website.
Okay.
Go onto your AT&T. I do advise anybody that does this. Go onto your online website, and it may be something they include, or call them and find out about an upgrade. Maybe get rid of AT&T and see about getting their fiber connection.
Oh,
Now it's
okay.
only limited in limited areas, but
Yeah.
find out if there is something. Because if not, you got to pay per month.
Gotcha.
But mine came with my account, so that's how I got it. The
That
only thing
means
that's
you're
downside is
cool.
there's no apps for it yet. I can only watch it on my computer or on my phone.
Oh yeah.
So that's for me. It's
I
like
had to do with the DirecTV. Ryan helped me hook the
Yeah.
HDMI cable up, and I was able to watch DirecTV.
But I'm going
on
to say
my
this.
mom's.
HBO Max is not worth paying a monthly subscription. I don't care what anybody says. As long as they don't have a Roku app, they don't have an app for any of the consoles, and they don't have, all they have is computer and phone apps, I'm sorry, it's not worth it, a monthly subscription for me. That's my honest opinion. If you're going to charge a monthly subscription to people, I mean, I granted the majority of their people they give out to is their own customer base. That's great. It's decent. It's not Netflix, and I'd say it's just under Amazon Prime, just because of the quality of the stuff they have I feel is better than Amazon. But Amazon just has a lot more. But I mean, it's grown on me. The fact they added Harley Quinn. Have you seen that yet?
I haven't.
Oh, well, I got to show you at least the first episode. It's awesome. Let me see here. What's the man going on? I hope the horror game, The Medium, will come to the PS5 since it's marketed to Xbox. Maybe we'll have to settle for Steam. The only thing they're going for it is give you movies in a place, but it's at... Yeah, no, here's the other thing. With HBO Max, now you have
I already have the
HBO
app.
Max or HBO Go?
HBO Max
Okay,
because
good.
I was trying to see what it was all about.
Do you have an account? Can you log into
I
it?
can't remember, so let me look.
Well, what you do is you see if you can log in with your account information for AT&T, and see if it picks it up. Because it may, but it may not. But what I thought was nice at the beginning was they had all of the Harry Potter movies, and then they got rid of them here recently, and I didn't get a chance to watch any of them, and I'm still short. I think I've watched the first Harry Potter movie, and that's it.
I have them. I'll bring them over. I have them on Blu-ray.
We may have to do that. May have to make that a movie night.
Subscribe now. It says subscribe now. Like,
Okay.
which means
You don't have one at the moment, but you can get one. Yeah.
Where's that mouse work? Oh, okay. We're getting about that on time. So,
Yeah.
all right, everybody. I think we're getting wrapping up on time here. Let me finish this drink off. We didn't even discuss what the happy juice was tonight. We kind of just like been drinking away.
We slurped it down.
We did. I did. My glasses are here. We licked the
what
bottom
was
of this.
it?
One of my favorites, Jameson Black Barrel.
Ooh,
It's
fancy.
very, very tasty. Very tasty. The problem is I'm usually like, because I drink my whiskey straight in a glass and no ice. I don't like it chilled. I like my whiskey.
So you like it neat.
Yes, exactly. And I've recently come into contact with whiskeys that are like taste like root beer.
Oh.
Really? Which one tastes like root beer?
Rebel Yell root beer whiskey. The regular Rebel Yell is okay. It's like meh, but the root beer whiskey, it's like really good.
Have you had the peanut butter one yet?
Yes, we did that last
Well,
week.
we had one.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
We had the
We tried
PB and W peanut butter whiskey.
Okay.
I regret.
I've got
purchasing
another
that.
one in here that I'd like for you. I've got a couple other whiskeys. I've been getting experience. Anybody who has a really good whiskey, send it to me. I'd really like to try it. I love trying new whiskeys. But another one we have is what I call the whiskey donut. And it's, I'll have to show it to you. Basically, it's got like I forget what it's called, but to me, it just reminds me
I
of like.
forgot about that one. Yeah.
That
We
one's up
haven't-
there, too.
That was a good few weeks ago. We had
And
that
then
about a month ago.
I got another whiskey that's finished off in wine casks. And
Does
it
it
really.
have like a hint of wine?
It's
It
got
tastes
like
tannins
just
bit
a
of
and
one.
little
stuff?
hint
A
to
bit
it.
of
It's
one, yeah.
really, it kind of like just slightly combats against that bitter kind of whiskey, which I like, but it just kind of goes against that, and it's just like, oh, that's different. Yeah, I've
That's
found a couple of.
interesting.
I've had friends that are constantly bringing over different whiskeys and stuff, and it's just like we've been swapping whiskeys.
Good to know.
But the root beer whiskey is only like $12.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
still need to get out to that Target where it's available because I can't find it at the one I go
I
to.
got it at
You got
Target
it
had
at
it,
Target?
and Winco had it.
Oh, Winco had it. Okay.
Winco had
All
it and Target had it. I keep eyeballing the $30 and $40 bottles of whiskey. I'm like, I'm parched.
I'm parched.
Oh,
parched.
right.
Amanda's going back to games here. She said, "Grounded is a lot of fun, though. The crafting is
Oh.
fun, but the blueprint system is kind of glitchy. But it is fun to forage for stuff. However, it's terrifying to come face to face with a giant spider."
Okay, here's the thing, and I'm not going to lie. I showed my daughter that, and she literally looked at me and goes, "I'm feeding you to a spider." I was like, "Really?" And she just had the biggest smile. Like, I was like, my daughter is going to feed me to a spider.
I've
Well,
got to
I-
see her. I haven't seen her in 2 years. A lot
They're on
changes.
vacation right now.
Oh man.
They left for vacation over the weekend, but they're going to be back. So you're here till the 9th, right?
I'll be back around Christmas time, but I'm here until next Sunday.
Okay, well, they're coming back this week. So,
Okay.
yeah, we'll set something up.
Kiddos were like little.
Yeah, Munchkins. She's grown. She's my daughter. She's a daughter with my genetics, so she's gotten big. She's a big, strong girl. Grounded is definitely something I want to check out. It's on sale too, or it's at least it was like $30 on Steam. So I'm going to be buying both me and my daughter a copy. I'm probably going to be me and my daughter live streaming us playing it for the first time. May do that. Actually, we may do that this week whenever I got them. I got them during the day, so me and her may be playing some Grounded. That may be fun, and hopefully she won't feed me to the spiders too much.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she will too. Hey, Daddy, it's a when I kind of see this cute little animal. What did you find? That's a spider. You know how that goes.
Yeah, Amanda says the game does have a semblance of a story. It's mainly figuring out how to unshrink yourselves, but it would be fun with multiplayer.
Okay, that makes sense. You got shrunk and you're trying to figure out how to get yourself. Okay, that makes sense. But you're trying to build a base to kind of survive and stuff. And that's the one thing that was kind of cool is like, and it's made by a company that's like, this is not something they normally make. So go look up
Okay.
the developer and all the other games they make. They make a lot of really great games. So But I'm really happy to see it was coming out on Steam, so I got to get it.
Yeah. Amanda wants to know when you guys play.
I'll let you know. If it's going to be this week, it'll probably be Thursday, but during the day when I got my kids, because I'm home this week. I'm taking some vacation time to watch my kids. So, all right, everybody. I think it's going to be it for the night. We've had an absolutely amazing night. We thank you guys all hanging out. You guys going crazy in chat. Everybody been hanging out. Lexi, thanks for coming and hanging out.
No, thank you. It was fun, for sure.
Yeah, it was fun having you.
I meant to tag you on some of the social media sites, but I know on Facebook it wouldn't let me tag you.
Why?
I don't know. It just wouldn't. I tagged both of me and him, and I went to go tag you, and your name would not come up. I was like, what?
It wouldn't come up? Or
wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't
just
tag.
Wouldn't let...
Oh, yeah. No, actually, right now, Facebook's doing that. I can't tag you again on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook does that a lot. Sometimes it'll go, you can tag them, but you can't tag them. It's like, really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They just act stupid.
No, actually, I think that on my Facebook, I have it set to where you have to have my permission to tag.
That's probably, but usually what it'll do is it'll let me tag you, but then you have it.
Yeah, I'm verified.
But it wouldn't let me do that.
Oh, that's stinky.
It's Facebook.
It really is. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you guys next week when we babble on about other stuff, other gaming, nerd, or whatever stuff that I randomly find through the week and go, ooh, I like that. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thanks for everybody for coming in tonight.
You.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next week.
Night, guys.